Hi everyone, welcome back. Here I have a Crosley. It says on the back, it says it's a model 5516, 1936 AM radio. I'm not sure what all these knobs are. We know this is on and off volume and this is the tuning, but one of them's tone and one is the selector switch for the police band. 1.6 megahertz to 3.5. It's not that great. The wood cabinet is really good shape. These two big ones anyway have set screws in those wooden knobs. I don't know about the other ones. The smaller ones probably not. I'm not feeling it. Should be able to feel that indentation. My hands are... I don't think these have it. The smaller knobs. It's like in good shape. I got it for a song and I'll show you why in a few minutes, a few seconds. That's one side. And the other side, okay. Somebody's, I think, been in it and worked on it. Because look at this cord, how big it is. It's just humongous. But it is polarized. Now the reason I got this for a song, let me get this, maybe I can get this light on right here. And maybe lift it up a little bit. Connect it over to my flashlight. It's a power transformer in there, so it'll definitely get a fused and dropping music. Well, I don't know. I think I read that. We'll see. But anyway, the guy thought that sold this to me. Thought this speaker had been replaced. And you can see right there it says Magnavox speaker on a Crosley radio. He's thinking, wow, somebody replaced that speaker. No. I didn't tell him any difference because I got it for a good price and I'm not going to have to tell him that Crosley did use Magnavox speakers back in the day. That is definitely standard speaker for this Crosley. It's a 5-tube. The shoulder type tubes 3, 4. They're actually all shoulder type tubes. Couple of athletics here. I will not try it. I don't even know if it works. I'll have to take a look up under the bottom. And that's what we're going to do. That transformer looks like it's been painted or something, or maybe even replaced, perhaps. I don't know. 1936, something's been done. Yeah, I guess, what was it? Through bolt there. I don't know what that's for. Something under there. Two, what is that? Two. I need my flashlight. Give me that back. It's like 2 IF cans. So yeah, here, this is a Crosley tube there. That one ain't, that's for sure not. See, somebody's even marked these tubes. I don't like pulling that out of the base, out by the glass. I like that. Let me just see something. '76, it says good on there. Yeah, that one's marked. I don't know one behind it. Yep, that's marked too on the base. That's the only original tube that looks over. Here's the other one. That's an RCA back there. Yeah, it's even got them marked on the socket. 76. It's good. Okay, we're going to pull it out of there. Oh, wait a minute. You're going to probably have to disconnect that speaker if you don't plug in. I don't know. I can't see back there. Nope, it does not plug in. See how much room I got to play with. Oh, it's open end on the ends. Alright, this has got to be tilted up. What the heck is that? Piece of paper that I don't think that's standard. Just remember how that is. Looks like that's handmade. And then taped. I'll lay it up here for right now. Can I turn it over? Alright, let's see if I can turn it over. Just to take a peek. Yeah, it's been worked on. I can see it already. I just see this. Don't tell me they hooked up that can ohm. There's a can ohm right here. And he tapped on that can ohm with 1, 2, 3. So there's obviously 3 here to here and there to there too. I don't know how what's the idea behind this? He hooked up the can ohm and it's still wired up in there. 22 microfarads. Both of these capacitors here. This one here and that one. Replacing those 2 cans on the top of the chassis. And no, one's just supposed to be a 16 microfarad, one's supposed to be a 12. This one here is, let me see where I see that wire at. Right here. This one is your antenna coil. And this can here, and then the bottom can is your oscillator coil. Okay. I don't know nothing about these capacitors at this point. But, yeah. This here, can ohm. It shows 2 resistance, an 8500 and a 25,000 ohm. I'm going to check that. I don't get why he paired these up with that can ohm that's in there. In here, to see what kind of resistance we're getting. And you're going to fluctuate 22K. What I say that was a 25. Is that 25K? Yeah, 25K. So there it is there. This here is 25K. 2488. Good. Okay. Now, what are you getting? I need 8500, 8.5K, 129K, 140, say 141K, and climbing. Not 141, 142K and climbing. 142, say. 142K. That thing is really, really, really high, that candle. Let's move this light a little bit so you don't get a glare. Yeah, okay, so from here to here, you're supposed to have the 25K. And yeah, let me get it in here. It reads nothing. It's opened. So that's why they soldered onto this end right here, because this was opened. So that's okay. Now this one over here, I'm from here to the middle to the last one over here is supposed to be 8.5K, 8500, and what? You know what? Look what I got it on. DC voltage. I was checking a battery for this microphone, which was dead. It's read good, but didn't have to. All right, now this one's supposed to be reading 8.5K, 8500. Let's see what we read on this one. I've got 10 meg. 11 meg and climbing. Say 10 meg, 11 meg, okay? So that's going to mess up the sound. And again, this one over here, 125K it should be, and it's opened. Get it in that hole. Yeah, see, it's opened. Nothing there. So that's why they did solder on this one here, because from here to here it's dead. From here to here. I've got these chassis mounts resistors in there with JB Weld holding them. That's the length of the other one, so it's actually shorter. It's wider, but it's shorter. And I put a terminal board back here, so because these things are small, I ain't gonna hold all the wires. So I put a jumper there and use these two for this connection, because you had the capacitor going there. I did find a 16 microfarad, a smaller one at 450 volts, so I'm good there. And then this one here I put in there is at 12 microfarad. If you remember, they had 22s in there. Huge. I had no business putting those. It's just too much. So I put the actual ones in there, the 16 and the 12 that it calls for. And wound up taking, and when I did that, I hadn't actually had to, when I put these resistors in there, making, cutting these wires out and making the wires longer. I'll get back to you when I get any resistors replaced or capacitors, the right values put in there, and this part's done. I'll take this dial off. I got this chassis done. You know, you've seen what I did before. I did put this fuse in here. They had it mounted back in here somewhere, and it was too hard to get in there if you had to change the fuse. So I put one of these inline type output tube. 6V5 was really weak, and then this first IF tube 6D6 was shorted. And I don't see broken a couple spots in that spider, so I don't know if I can repair it or not. I'm going to get some lacquer thinner, see if I can get this spider out of there, and see what I'm up against. Maybe just if I get it out of there without damaging the cone, would be great. But if not, I'm going to have to, they look like they repaired it at one time. It had been taken out, and obviously damaged the spider, or so I can't see that breaking on its own. I don't know. So I started this. It's not easy because I did determine this was 34 gauge, and the reason I came about that is they tell you to put it on your caliper and do an average. I have to do it 3 times and do an average. I tried that. So I got this wire gauge here. It's the LS Starrett company. I believe is what it says. Starrett company in Massachusetts, in America here. So this goes up to 0 to 36 gauge. And so I took the old wire and I put it through here. And I found out it is a 34 gauge. It fits right in that little slot there. The bigger hole is just to pull the wire back out. But yeah, it won't fit in the 35, and 36 is too easy. So it was 34 gauge. If you go to get one of these, you get them from eBay. It's your best deal, because Amazon wants $125 for this. I paid $9.95 or 99 cents, and it was a bid, and I bidded on it, thinking I could still buy one for 20 bucks or something if I didn't win that bid. Nobody did bid it against me, so I got it for $9.95. So try to get it from eBay or somewhere, because, and you don't want what they call them, general, I think it's called General, something like that. Chinese knockoffs, because they're supposed to be very inaccurate. So that's how I came up with the gauge, 34 gauge. But it's so hard. It's such a fine wire and such a little small diameter coil there that it's really hard for me, my eyes anyway. So I got one layer here. I got to go back another layer because they had 2 layers on there. And I'm not relying on this counter at this point for that reason. So what I did is I don't want to touch it because I just glued it. I got it 5 millimeter. That's where I read. And I'm going to go back 5 millimeter. And then right now I got it. I put some epoxy on there, but I bought the slow cure. You can mix this stuff for 30 minutes, play around with it for 30 minutes without it. But it will dry hard. I think it's like 1400. Whatever it was, yeah. The strength is 4,500 pounds per square inch. A waterproof bond. Well, it's mixed. The hardener and the resin. Comes in nice little tubes. I'll never use that. So I gotta wait now. I got it on there, and I gotta wait for about 6 hours. I could probably speed it up by heating it, but I want to let it just dry naturally. I'm in a hurry. So I got that, and I gotta bring it back around there. This one here is the inside one, which will be positive. And then when I come back this way, this wire here will be negative. And I don't know if it's going to fit or not. I don't really know. I came up with something that's best I could. Might have to go with another attempt at it. Now, where was that? Here's what I used. This is a highlighter. Been sitting in the drawer down in the kitchen. Shoot, 15, 20 years. Well, it was here when we got the house, and it's just a highlighter pen. I cut off a 30 millimeter length. I'm only using about 15 and a half, 16 millimeter length on this spool, and I put tape around the shaft so it fit nicely. So yeah, that's what I used. hope it works now. Yeah, give it that 30 minutes work time. I really like this stuff because I don't hate it. That super glue really comes in handy, or that other quick 5-minute quick set on the other epoxies will come in handy at times. But for something like this, I like to. I don't know. I could have double wrapped it here. It's really hard to see, or left a gap in it. I don't know. It's really fine wire. 34 is really fine for me, and I have to use this little dill here to turn it manually, not the handle. I don't see how they do that electrically. Looks so easy on TV. I mean TV, other videos, but I can do the best I can. If it don't work, we just come back at it. But here's the speaker. I cannot do too much with that. Let me lay it over. Let me hope you can see that right there. Well, anyway, this is just a replacement cone, and it's not deep enough though. But the reason I got that one was because the one I made, that's the one right here, it's not going to work too well. I'll show you. For a simple reason. I want to touch that. That's the old Spider. This is one I made up. Pretty good, I think. I coated both sides with some of that. It's no low pH or acid-free white glue. But I don't think it's going to be flexible enough. Maybe it will, maybe it will. But the thing of it is, this speaker cone that I made up, it's not sitting on the top of that. Once I get that on there and that screw in there, it's going to set up maybe 1/8 of an inch or so from the speaker. That ain't cool. So I had to find something a little bit more like the old one, which where it had that flat area. So this one will work out fine. Get it in there. It'll lay right in there. The only thing is, it's just not deep enough or high enough. But I made the difference up by making this longer. Because you can probably see it if I can get it over here. Yeah, you can see that it's about 4 or 5 millimeter higher. I mean, too high. I mean, sorry, it's too low, isn't it? It should be deeper. And that's the best I could do. It's a perfect fit. I did have to sand out the inside for the cone. I might have to do a little bit more, but and it's got the 2 rivet type things on there for me to bring up my wire. So I think hopefully I can get that to work. But yeah, so I might have to make this out of plastic. This don't work. It's just easy come on and off. That's the last thing. Well, here's another voice coil that I made. It's let me see, my 3rd attempt. This was my first one, and I remember they had that wire going underneath it, and I tried that, but it put that bulge in there. Oh shoot, hang on. My light fell. Let's try this. Well, anyway, which one was it? I think it was this one I was talking about. I don't remember now. Yeah, you could see it right in here where I went under the bottom of it, and it kind of left it like, I don't know, too high. 2nd attempt, I redid it. Only problem is it was a little too high up. I think I could cut that down if I had to. I gotta check the DC resistance on that, but see if it won't fit in there nicely. Yeah, it falls right in there. I did have to put it over. Might use that one, but this is my third attempt. And I used a my form was a highlighter pen. It was dried out, and it's kind of tapered, and it wasn't that great, but and I made marks on it. But this is the one I'm thinking about using. This is my third attempt, and it falls pretty much in there. Here is the original spider. So I had to replace it. So I started out with cardstock, plain cardstock. It's not perfect, but it's... Did I finish that? No, I didn't even cut that out there. I didn't cut it out right there. I could try that, but I don't know. Once I can use it, then I used a business card. The same thickness. I think it was 28.28 millimeters thick. So this one was made out of a business card. Then I used plastic. Same thing. I think I'm going to go with the plastic. Once it gets in there, I don't know, but that's, I think, I don't know, I think this one's going to be my best one. Maybe this one, not this one, for sure not. It's not as pliable.
One of power, of physical attraction. The masked dancers were silent now, as number one spoke.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are short 2 members tonight.
Well, I think my speaker's good.
I need not inform you of the disastrous failure of our plan for obtaining the plans of the Court Wendlesham Heliscoper. Our courageous and devoted friends, number 15 and number 38.
Oh, I've gotta watch out, so you'll never know how much I love you. And I've gotta close up all the hubba like a clam. If you ever found out all the dreams that I am dreaming of you would think that I'm a wolf, and it's not I'm such a wolf, it's just you're such a lamb. Oh, I've gotta think twice when we're dancing so my arms won't crush you. And I've gotta be nice so the door into your heart won't slam. So I worry and I fret, for if once I should forget and rush you would think that I'm a wolf, and it's not I'm such a wolf, it's just you're such a lamb. You are the greatest problem I ever had. Baby, I love you so good, I love you like a man. But tonight I can't bluff, gotta tell the stuff I'm dreaming of. Take you straight to your door like before, but when it's time to scram, I'm going to grab you and growl, and my hungry heart will howl, I love you. And if that makes me a wolf, well then let me be a wolf. You made me what I am. You are the greatest problem I ever had. Oh, I love you so good. I love you like that. But tonight I can't bluff. Gotta tell the stuff I'm dreaming of you. Take you straight to your door like before. But when it's time to scram, I'm gonna grab you and growl, and my hungry heart will howl. I love you, and if that makes me a wolf, well then let me be a wolf, 'cause you made me what I am. It's just your son, ooh, such a lamb.